Hello Libra, and welcome to your Triple Cross reading for mid-December 2017 through January 2018. I'm going to be taking some time off so that I can spend it with my family during this holiday season, but I wanted to make a free reading here in my YouTube channel for you guys. And just as a reminder, you can use this for your sun, moon, or rising signs. And some months you might identify more with your rising or moon sign instead of your sun sign. So if you know your signs, please check those videos out for more clarity at this time. Also keep in mind that these readings are general, so naturally there will be some messages that resonate more to you than others, and that's normal because there's lots of Librans out there in the YouTube community. With all that said, let's begin your reading. So down the center, we have the Page of Wands, the World card, and the Three of Wands. Crossing or supporting that, we have the Nine of Cups. So this is a really beautiful energy. I am loving this, especially, I believe this is my favorite week of this whole reading for you guys. So make sure that you maximize the energies that are at your disposal right off the bat, right in the now. So you're going to be starting this cycle feeling truly ready, truly optimistic, open-minded, and just completely open to any opportunity that the world literally has to offer you. And this could be in the sense of creative ideas, because we are dealing with wands here with the page and the three, but also it could be in the sense of relationships, like one-to-one relationships with family, co-workers, love partnerships, of course, or friendships. And getting back to that creative sphere, like I mentioned before, being creative doesn't just mean being an artist or dealing with art. Anything that you have created that needed you to exist, like if you didn't create it, it wouldn't exist, such as if you own your own business, if you created it, if you started it from scratch, then that's kind of like your baby. And speaking of babies, if you do have children, your children are also your creation, because they wouldn't be in this world had it not been for you. So there's a lot of positive energy and positive forward moving momentum for you. So make sure that you maximize these energies as much as possible. Now, some of you could definitely be dealing with a fire sign, such as an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And if it's not those signs, it's just someone that's very charismatic, very they have like a magnetism, an air of magnetism to them. And for some of you, this could also indicate a child, such as your own kid, but also a niece, a nephew, just a young person that you know. And whoever this person is, it denotes a beautiful time with him or her, and they're going to be bringing about a lot of happiness to you. And even if it's not a child, they're going to bring you back to that sense of being a kid again and feeling completely whole in your heart. And that's a beautiful thing to see. Now, in your root area, we have the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So some of you out there could be feeling a little bit defensive when it comes to dealing with a family member, because we do have a Ten of Cups here, and that denotes family, or somebody that just you see as family. So not necessarily bloodlined, but also the family that you choose, just someone that you do care for a lot. But in the now, throughout this period, they might be behaving in a little bit a combative way, especially when it comes to their words. They're looking for a verbal argument of some sort. And I say verbal because we do have a swords card here, but the fives always indicates a struggle or difficulty with these people. It's nothing major, nothing to be super concerned about, but it's really important that you know that this person is just looking out to be right, not necessarily to hear you out or having any sense of objectivity to them. So if you are dealing with this person, just know that the energy of your sign of Libra is notorious for having a lot of diplomacy, a lot of tact, because it is a sign that is ruled by Venus. So Venus is a very pleasing energy, an energy of trying to see both sides of the coin. So if you are dealing with this person, try not to let him or her or a group, because this is a 10, so it could involve multiple people in your family, for instance. But just try not to let these people get the better of you or compromise your integrity in any way or bring you down to their level. It's the 5 is definitely a low level frequency, so it's best to use the energy of the 9 and keep them at bay by either not reacting or just expressing your point of view in a very diplomatic and a very objective and with a lot of tact, let's just say, because for the time being, they're just not going to be able to see your point of view. So that's just good to keep in mind. So I know usually in an argument, people just want to be heard or understood. In this case, this person is not going to be able to see your side of the story just yet. So just keep them at bay if you can. Now, in your recent past, we have the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So this energy has a lot of synergy with your root area because it does talk about some difficulties when it comes to words. But you have appeared in your reading. The Page of Swords is a representation of Libra in the tarot. So seeing this as a tarot reader, for me personally, I always like to see signs pop up in their own reading, because this lets me know that you're going to be able to maneuver the energies that are at your disposal throughout this time. So you're going to be able to handle whatever this period brings about for you in an easier, more smoother way. And it's like I said, like we said here in your root area, when it comes to dealing with other people, especially your communication, make sure that you're very clear, because the page talks about communicating in a clear way. And yes, you can protect your stance, but do so once again with a lot of tact, like your sign is known for. Again, that's a generalization of your sign. We'd have to look at your astrology chart to really get in the nitty-gritty if you are diplomatic or not. But the energy of Libra as a whole is known for being very, very diplomatic at that. And when it comes to dealing with people that are difficult, or situations where people are overly passionate or provocative, because that's what this 7 of Wands energy is all about. It does talk about like people wanting to be right, but when they speak in an insanely assertive fashion at times, and it could cause you stress. And this could also manifest as an illness at its most negative. So you don't want that to happen. So just know that when you know what you're talking about, you don't need to fight with anyone. You know you're right, so you don't need to prove your point. You can state your point, you can hear the other person out, you don't have to agree with them, but you don't have to fight them on it. That's the key here. Now, in your crowning position, we have the Strength card, the 2 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. Lots of fiery energy crowning your reading. I love this. I love this. I am a Leo rising, so I do see the Leo card here. So I love this energy. But it is a great energy for you as well, Libra, because it's literally giving you the green light, as you can see, for going forth when it comes to any plans, because that's what the 2 represents, or also in some personal relationships when dealing with fire signs, they're going to be completely blessed. There's also a sense here of you guys being insanely passionate with each other, and that's wonderful. There's a lot of chemistry between you guys, and if this is a new relationship, it's going to develop quickly. And if it's not a new relationship, it's still going to go to the next stage in your relationship rather fast. So this could be moving in together, for example, or even getting engaged or something like that, or just being official if you have just been dating. And I see this trio as your creativity being heightened this month, especially with the beautiful wands here that you got in your central position, the page and the 3. When it comes to any creative plans, it's going to bode well for you. And so if you are an artist, like a painter or a writer even, it's going to be a beautiful time for you to succeed and to be seen and to be appreciated for your creativity. Or if you have a job where you have to motivate people, because when I see the Strength card, I see Leo, and Leo deals with matters of heart, matters of what makes you passionate about life. And this could be, for example, a teacher, a life coach, or for example, what I'm doing right now, a tarot reader, someone that speaks to people on YouTube and tries to get them to see the beautiful energies that are around them. So this could go in many different directions. So however this applies to you, just know that things are going to move quickly, but they're going to move in a different sense, in a steady way when it comes to reaching goals and aspirations and things that make you feel good. So that's a wonderful thing to see. Now, in your future position, we have the 4 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. So this could be read 2 ways. Your focus could be in achieving more stability. Why? Because we have the 2 here of Pentacles, which talks about that, but we also have 2 4s, which numerologically do talk about having a strong foundation, a strong, stable root. And your stability could be in the sense of money, your finances. It could also come in having a stable foundation for your family, because we do see a family card with the 4 of Wands. Or it could be feeling strong in the mental sphere, because we do have Swords, and Swords talk about mental acumen. And if that is not applicable to you, the cards are also talking about making sure that, because we are in the holiday season, and this is a message that has applied to various other signs besides you, to make sure that you limit your spending. Because if you don't, your stability, your foundation won't be feeling as strong as it should be, especially in the long term, in 2 weeks, 2 months time even. So just make sure that you set limitations when it comes to your spending. Make a budget, a plan, so that you don't exceed your spending. Now, in your ego position, we have the 3 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So there's a lot of synergy here as well. So I love it when the cards speak so fluidly. These cards inform each other because they are talking about making sure that you don't overextend yourself financially, or you could be disappointed when it comes to giving too many offerings to other people or even to yourselves. Like sometimes we're shopping and we shop for ourselves. There's no harm in that as long as you can afford it. And it's crucial that you not only not overextend yourself financially, but also physically, because like we said here with the Nine of Swords, you could wear yourself down to the point of getting an illness. And that's the Three of Swords connected with the Four of Swords here. They're swords cards, so they connect with each other. So make sure that if you do need some time for yourself, that you take that. Or if this is a health matter when it comes to diet, make sure that you're eating enough fruits and veggies and water and all that good stuff. And now some of you, this is not applicable to all of you, but some of you out there might be feeling like your job is not quite fulfilling you as you wish that it did. And if that is the case for you, a way to mitigate this energy is to focus on your own passion projects, because we do have the Strength card reinforcing all this beautiful wands cards, and we have the World card here that is saying that if you want things to come to fruition, if you want to feel re-energized and connected with what it is that you love, make sure that you set aside some time to do your passion projects, because this is a great month to do that. So this could be something that you do in your spare time, for instance. Or you could also reconnect with your hobbies, like I don't know if you like to paint or dance, for example. And for some of you, once again, not applicable to all of you, but there could be a water sign here in your life. That's like a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, Sun or Rising. And if it's not those signs, it's just someone that is coming across as overly emotional, overly needy, as a person that's very up and down when it comes to their feelings and where you stand with them and their value. It's like your relationship is either not as important to them as it should be, or vice versa. So however this applies to you, there might be a sense of disappointment with this person. But just know that with the World card, if this does apply to you, the World card is telling you that it's something that needs to wrap up. So you either need to have a heart-to-heart with this person and truly talk about what it is that you need from them, and do it with tact, diplomacy, and try to put these issues that have stressed you out here in the recent past with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords to rest, so that you can tell them, this is what I need. Can you meet me halfway? And if they can't, it's time to let them go. It'll be for your own benefit. Now, in your environment, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. So, once again, I hate to repeat myself, but this is another note of don't overspend. Try to hold on to your money, because overspending is just going to make you feel run down, disappointed later on, if that is something that you do, if you overindulge. We saw that in your future and your ego position in your environment. So it's definitely an energy that's being carried out from very, very late December through January. So make sure that you have no regrets. It hasn't happened yet, so you can definitely mitigate this, budget, plan, strategize, and you won't have to deal with this. But if that is not applicable to you, this also talks about making sure that you can have a sense of discerning between who you are investing your time, your resources, your energy, your money even, and your heart with. So who is of value to you, Libra? That is the question that you're going to be mulling over throughout this period. And it's a good thing to do, because you want to make sure that you're surrounded by people that value you in the same way that you value them. Now, in your hopes and fears area, we have the Fool card, the Six of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. So, movement cards. I love this. I love this for you. These are wishes, and your wishes are of moving. And this could be in the sense of traveling, or literally moving from your house, your apartment, wherever it is that you live, or you could be changing cities, changing countries even. It's movement. And what Libras here want to do is start up a new adventure. And you want to not just start a new adventure, you want to feel reignited when it comes to your passion, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your level of optimism. Because if I just look astrologically, not at people's chart, because that colors people in very different ways, but just the energies in general of Leo and Sagittarius, to me, they're the most optimistic, the most positive signs. So we do have the Strength card, and we do have a lot of wands, and wands are representative of fire signs, and Leo and Sagittarius are fire signs. And I know you guys are Libra, but it's just the energy of those signs are here present for you, and that this is where you're aiming towards. You're aiming towards feeling re-energized, feeling passionate, and just feeling excited about your life again, and definitely letting bygones be bygones, letting the past be in the past, not even looking back. You're over the drama, you're over people bringing about instability in your life, and that's wonderful. Both the Fool card and the Knight of Wands are looking towards the right, and that is the future. So by all means, now is the time to let go of these negative people or situations or things that don't bring about enough stability or happiness in your life. Now, in your outcome, we have the Death card, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. All right, so these are definitely profound transformations. I say profound because that is the Death card. That is the energy of this card. It's a major arcana card representative of Scorpio. Scorpio is the sign of the deepest transformations that you could ever get. And we all have Scorpio in our charts somewhere. But this transformation, rather, in particular, is talking about changing the way that you view or that you deal with your work situation, your finances, and love. Self-love and love that you put out there in the world. So that's the love of your partner, love of your work, a love of your children, etc., etc. Love for friendships too. So it's talking about other and your relationship with self and that which you value. What is it that you value? Your relationship with things that are valuable, right? So money is valuable, time is valuable, being able to trust these two energies specifically in other people, in yourself, self-confidence. So this is a period of changes and transformations. By the end of the month, you're going to be able to see which areas of your life are going to require or need for you to change, to transform what it is that no longer resonates, what no longer suits you, so that you can go towards a more stable, that's the Eight of Pentacles, more stable life, more abundance, and more love in your life. All right, I hope that this reading has brought about a guide to better manifest the energies that are at your disposal, to better maneuver and work with the energies. And if you feel like it has been of help to you, you can support my channel by subscribing or giving this a thumbs up. or sharing this video because you could be helping somebody else that might need to hear some of these messages. Now, if you would like a private reading with me, you can visit tripletarot.com. I'm still going to be doing private readings throughout my vacation times. What can I say? I am a workaholic, I guess. And if you'd like to have me look at any area in your life particularly, I would love to read for you. Otherwise, I am wishing you a lovely holiday season and a beautiful, blessed, prosperous new year, Libra. I'll see you guys in February. Bye-bye.